So today for practical, we don't have tutorial. So for practical today is week 5 already. This week is week 5 already. So let's proceed with our, but before we start, so for the previous tutorial, I have uploaded the answer suggestion here. So you guys need to check that later. So for today, our tutorial. So guys, let's proceed with tutorial 4. This one. Okay. So this one, last week we stopped at question or tutorial 3. So for this one, for this week, let's see. Because this diagram, I know this diagram. But guys, I think we should proceed first with question number last week where we stopped here, right? Question number 1 only for 1 hour last week. So has anyone done question number 2 for tutorial 3? Register search payment track status. Construct a use case diagram. So you need to construct a use case diagram. So guys, cause question number 2, yeah. Last week we already discussed question number 1. So for question number 2, who wants to share the answer? Anyone? Who could be? Where is tutorial? Yeah, actually for this question, right, for this tutorial, I already uploaded the answer suggestion, but I think, no, it's not I think, but since this kind of question is important, so I want to discuss to see if you understand the concept to draw the use case diagram. Yes, tutorial 3, question number 2. Tutorial 3, question number 2, the pizza sendirian Berhad. Anyone? Alvin, you want to share last week? If I'm not mistaken, it's you too, right? So, uh, mm, 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 Wang, Sheng Wang, have you done this question? Tutorial 3, question number 2. Okay, then Alvin. Open. So, Alvin, you want to share your screen or you want me to share my screen? Why me? By the way, so the visa has scored more than 200. The company has prepared register user account. So for this case, we have since this is tutorial, right? Practical. So I want to ask based on this question, how many actor do we have other than this one? Uh, two actor. Yeah, correct. Noel, what is the actor for this? I think it's quite clear actually already. The actor for this one is what? Yeah, staff and customer. Correct. So here, how do we know what is the actor or who is the actor? Because these two people, these two actor, uh, involved in the process. So this is the main actor. But again, I think the same. It's not mistake. Is it mistake? Your symbol of actor should be this one because this is your main actor. This is when you're writing like this. If my first what my first never mind. Just now when I saw this diagram without referring to the question, this one I take as because we have two type of actor, right? Primary actor and supporting actor. So this one should be supporting actor. So this one you should use for your primary actor. Okay, Alvin, if in the exam, if you write something like this, I will deduct your mark. Why? Because here, correct primary and supporting actor. You already use your actor. I mean, you already identify your correct. You already identify your actor, but you didn't use the correct symbol, correct notation. Yeah, you didn't use the correct notation here. So next time, okay, boss. So next time, please do change this. All of you too, you need to remember use the correct notation. Okay, this is for your main actor. Okay, correct. So from this question, so what is the use case actor? actor, staff, customer. So just from this question, how many use case for customer? Pharaoh Vincent, how many customer you can get from this? How many use case you can get from this one actor? Just referring to this one, how many of you? How many of the use case? Pharaoh Vincent, where are you? Is it him just now? Yeah, five. Okay, so five, three, four, five, five, five should be six. If you read to this one only, should be six. And then for the system or for the actor, for the staff, you should have four use case. So construct a use case diagram functional requirement for the online ordering pizza. So yeah, typo, it's okay. So here for actor, place order with add, search store location, make payment, extend, generate receipt. But why? Wait, this is exam paper. Wait. Let me find first the answer, suggestion answer, the one I already uploaded. Mm, Question two. Customer stuff. Okay, correct. Okay, this one. So let's compare this one. This one is flight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Here, as you can see, mm, you can see my screen, right? So here, as you can see, 3, 4, 5. They use for customer, right? For customer, 1, 2. Plus order on. So register user account should be the right one. Search store location, use case, place order. This one should be extend, make payment, extend, track order status. So three main use case and three, 1, 2, 3, generate receive, make payment. Okay. So here in Alvin answer, the customer register user account. Search. I think register is not. I think register user account should be one of your main use case. Register register user account. Yeah, register user account should be one of your main use case. So, so here, Alvin, why you said that register user account is in your include? That's mean you need extend include. Oh, Alvin, can you explain reverse? My sequence was reverse. Reverse. No, actually, when you're this one should be your main use case actually. This one register user account should be your main use case. So first you have your register user account, and then I think we refer to this one. Register user account, and then you can search for store location, and then you can place order with add-on beverage option. So this one is an extend on your use case for place order, and then you can make payment, generate receipt. Actually, this kind of question, right? If I was student too, they should. Never mind lah. So you have here in the answer here provided answer suggestion answer here they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 use case. Same goes to him. I think he already have this one should be here. So this one should be here. Okay, generate receipt, make payment, user register user account, search location, place order, make payment. This one should be extend. Generate receipt here, track order status, track order status, track, extend. By right, if I mark your paper right, this is correct already also because this is the logic flow of your system. But why? I have a question, Elvin. Is this, are you, why you put this? This is extend outside of this border. Is that intended, Alvin? I mean, this part should be inside somewhere here. I don't know. Maybe you can, but the actor should be outside. Okay. Kati. Alvin. Yeah, should be inside the border because here, as you can see, uh, where's the border? Define system boundary. That's mean system boundary including that one, this one. So other than your actor, everything should be inside except this one, actor. Actor should be outside. Then the extend or in that extend or include like this one should be inside. Okay, Melvin. Next time you do it correctly. So I think for you guys should know already how to use your or how to identify your actor actor and use case. Okay. So next, this is a use case diagram. Okay. So I think that's how you illustrate. That's how you draw your use case diagram. So before we move on to the use case description, do you have any other question before we move to question B? Use case description. No. Okay. So let's move to the use case description. So who wants to share his use case description? Alvin, do you have your use case description based on your use case diagram? Mm, Alvin, do you have your use case description based on your use case diagram? Okay. So this is the example of use case diagram based on the use case diagram. Use case name. I know already. Use case. Alvin, I don't think you can. You. I don't. I think you don't have to share your answer enough until this part because I will ask you guys. So actually, each use case is for each function, right? Yeah. Each use case here, as you can see here, for example, here, this use case is for one function. That means this actor or this, yeah, this actor, which is customer, can perform this function. So that means this customer can place order with add on beverage option. So to answer your question, yes. So this is the correct use case description. The use case name here should be pizza ordering system, and then your actor here, customer and staff. So what is the brief description of this of this use case? Daniel. Yeah, Daniel. What is your brief description based on your the use case name is the whole system? Yes. The use case name, use case, use case. No, wait. Use case name. Are you referring to use case diagram or use case description? Use case name. If wait, use case description for each use case. Wait. Use case. Yes. Good question. No. So for each of the use case description is based on your use case diagram. So this one is this now. For the first one, no. Your use case name should be this one. Where's your use case diagram? So your use case name for the first use case description is this one for each of the use case. So you cannot answer. So you cannot answer this one. So your use case name should be not your use case name is not your whole system. Your use case name should refer to your use case. Same goes to use actor. Actually, use case is for each function, right? Each use case description for each use case. Yeah, for each use case. Wait, let me give you guys example. The use case name is the whole system. No, Mr. This use case for each function. Yeah, each use case description. Guys, I think when you want to ask or when you want to write something, right, you specify what you want, what you mean by use case diagram or use case description. Okay, this is use case diagram. This is use case diagram and this is use case description. So for use case description, here example, register user account. So Reg- register user account, right? So that's mean here for one use case. Okay, use case is this one. The thing here is use case. This whole thing is use case diagram. So don't get us confused. So for each use case diagram, for each use case here. Okay, and then seem like it's register use account. For use case, there shouldn't be one function. It should be for one, yeah, use case. One function is use case, right? You mean use case. So use, never mind. Okay, guys. Macam ni. I think I repeat. So this is use case diagram. This whole thing is your use case diagram. In your use case diagram, you have this use case. So each of these use case represent each function that can be done by the actor. Okay, so this one come from this one. This one we call as use case description. So use case description come from this one, from each use case. Okay. Any more question? Okay, then my description wrong. Yeah. Yes, Rachel, what you want to ask? Okay. So let me ask you if you don't have question. So Jonathan, Ian, what is your first? Jonathan, Ian, yeah. Ian, what is your first use case description? Use case name. Use case name, right? Yeah. What is your use case name for uh register account? Or if not, yeah, register user account. What is your what is your use case name? Register user account is the use case name. Yes, correct. So your register user account should be your use case name. So what is your actor, or who is the actor for the first use case? Actor is customer. Yes. So what is correct? Your actor is your customer. So what is your description? The system actor customer register user account. I think no. The system register new customer. I think other than this one, you can write register user account. Register user account or something. You relate back the customer or something like this, more or less the same. Okay, that's the example for the description. And then what is your precondition? Precondition is anything that should be done before staff can register. Staff can register. You need to check back your use case diagram. Staff, no. Why? Because there's no here. There's no here. I mean, there's no use case for staff here. But let's check the user. No, cannot. Here or correct. Staff cannot register user account. How? Why? Why you say so? Oh yeah, access all function. Sorry, my bad. So staff can access whatever the customer do. So in your use case diagram, Alvin, you need to access all the function, all the use case that can be done by the actor. Okay. So check back on here. Access all function that are accessible by customer. So can. Yeah. Can. So where did I stop? So what is your precondition for this one? Do you or anyone know? Is there, in my answer here, no precondition. But why? Why no precondition? Or precondition must be logged out? Actually, another easy way for me to see here in the sample answer, there is no precondition. But how do you know if there is precondition or precondition log out? What do you mean the user need to log out? Actually, like I said, I think I mentioned previously in our class, uh, register user account. Log out is not registered into the system before. No, how do you see your precondition based on your use case diagram, right? Here, for example, here precondition for this use case, that's mean they need to perform something before they can get into here. Register to user account. No. For example, here, let's take this payment. Payment as the extent, right? So before this user, precondition is something that this use case is, it's like the thing that I said, like event trigger. Event trigger is something that you need to do before you can perform this function. So before you make payment, you need to place order first. So this is the example of precondition for make payment. So for this one, there's no precondition because you need to do nothing before you do your precondition. It's not registered into the system before. Hmm. The system must be logged out. This is no. This is no, no L. The user is not registered. The user is not registered. This one can be a precondition based on logic, but if you're referring to your use case diagram, that's mean no precondition for this use case. Okay, that's why here in the sample answer there's no precondition. Okay. Yes, Noel. Ian, do you understand what I'm saying? Based on logic, your answer is correct, but based on your diagram here and your question, there's no precondition for this user case. Okay, Jonathan, Ian? Okay, but your answer is correct. If you answer this one in your exam, I will give you mark too. Okay, so no precondition then. Yeah, that's why I said it's very crucial for you guys to draw your use case diagram. So use case description is just you get your answer from the diagram. And then after use case, we have main flows of event. So what is the main flow of your event? Uh, so main flow of events, actually here, as you can see in my sample answer, main flow of event, I think this one I already explained to in our class. Mm, how do you write this main flow based on your use case diagram is you need to split. It's not split. You separate who is the actor. It's like when we do the what last time? I forgot already. But you split your actor. So here you have two actor, which is uh, actor. Ah, you split the system and the actor respond. Because why we use no, we split this one. So how do we get this flow events actually from this one? Actually from your this one. So how can user register user account? So wait, anyone want to share the answer? Anyone, guys? Elvin, what is your main flow event for this use case? Guys, before we go to that part, wait, before we go to that part, I think I missed out this one thing. Brief description. I think what Alvin did is one use case only based on the overall function. For your assignment, I want one, I mentioned this last time already. I want one use case description for your overall use case diagram. So I want something like this because this is overall. This is your overall use case description based on your use case description based on your use case diagram. So for your assignment, I want one of this for your overall system. Okay, let me explain lah. So for this main flow events, for the main flow events, how do we get what is how do we come out with this event? First, you need to know who is involved for this So what do you mean, Rachel? Not use case description from the data use case diagram. For assignment, is it? Macam ni, let me draw for you guys. Yeah. For your assignment, macam ni. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, we use this one. For your assignment, let's say this is your whole project, your whole system. Then what I said just now, I want one use case description and one use case diagram for your overall system. And then I also need use case description for each of these use case. So for example, just an example, if you have three of these, I mean, you have three use case here, that means you should come with four use case. Why I say so? Because each of these, I want a use case description and I want the overall use case description for the use case diagram. Never mind lah, that one I will explain later in our assignment progress. Okay. So, mm, so just now I said how to get this actor from your question is here. First, you need to identify who is your actor involved for your use case. You need to identify who is the actor for your use case. Since this actor, or so since this use case is involve both actor, which is the staff and the customer, so you just start here as an actor. Why I say staff or system, yeah, staff. So both customer, both actor involved in this use case. So just start here as an actor action and system respond. How does the system respond when the actor do something? So first, by right or by logic, first the system should display the main page or the interface for the user to register account. So the first action is here, system interface for registration. And then after the system, um, after the system, wait, system select, register, enter, validate, input, validate, just make selection, check selection, confirm, yes. I think this one, the overall, I think the step here or the response here is for overall, because again, in your question, it doesn't state what is the flow for your registration. And I think in other question too, or yeah, in your exam, maybe they don't give you or they don't specify what is the flow or what is the process of your system. So I think this is just the general flow of how user register on an account. So in your exam, even though in your exam, because I'm going to mark your paper, in your exam, what I want to see is the flow of the process on how the system, I mean, like, I just want to see what is the flow of your whole system. So if you miss out, for example, if you don't have this first step by the system, right? Then suddenly you go to here, then it's okay with me as long as you know what is your flow of your system for this use case. Okay, guys, are you clear with that? But of course, you need to check on your tutorial to see what or how to answer your question, to see what is the flow for this one or how to answer this question. Okay, guys, do you have any question for the flow of event? Hmm. And then they ask what is the alternative event. Like I already explained in our in our lecture, actor action system response. So here, as you can see, they give you div. As you can see, they give you this table or this description. So to you just need to fill. Then they ask us for alternative flow. So what is your alternative flow? Referring to your question, if the value entered by user is incorrect, what will happen? Anyone can give me what is the logic or what is the sample of answer? If the value entered by the user is incorrect, here, what should be your answer? Guys, do you understand or not how to write this use case description? If the user enter a duplicate username. Yeah, this one can be your alternative flow. That means other than your correct, it's not correct, positive. Uh, I'm not sure if you already study a testing subject. Apa tajuk? User like use case. This alternative flow events is your negative test value. Negative test value is something that you enter to test what is the reaction of your system if it is not correct. So here, alternative flow invalid. Okay, let's look at this first. If the input details is invalid, the system will prompt error message. This one is the example of your alternative value. And then we have a sample of answer by Noel here. If the user enter a duplicate username, what will happen, Noel? Should be something. Yes. But if the user, this is a example for your answer, Noel. So you should complete your answer. If the user enter a duplicate username, what will happen? So this is the sample of answer. The system should return try another username or anything. And then we have another answer here. Yeah, this one should be, oh, is it here already? Yeah, this one should be another alternative flow. If the user already has an existing account, the user will be redirected to user back. The system, oh, okay. The system will redirect the user back to the main page. Yeah. So this is another example of alternative flow. So what else can you write? Celine, what is alternative flow that you can think for this use case? other than this one. Celine, are you there? Session time out. Session time out. Session time out. Rachel, session time out. Are you answering to which one? This is not alternative flow. Jeremiah. Okay, yeah, Jeremiah. What can you think of another alternative flow for this one? Mm, this one, we answer this one first. If user select cancel. If user select cancel. Okay. So this one is for the second one. I mean the step 8 because they are stat here, right? For this alternative cash flow. I think this use case description is quite easy. Why? Because they already stat here. You just need to continue the words. Here, if the value entered by the user is incorrect, what should the next flow? And then here, if the user select cancel, this is the suggested answer. So the system will be redirect the user back to the main page. Okay, that is the sample for you. For this alternative flow, actually there are many answers, but I'm not sure in your exam will they give you something like this or you need to think on your own. But basically that's how you write alternative flow. Okay, before we move, do you have any question on the alternative flow? Okay, so what is post condition? Before we answer this question, I want to ask, what is post condition? Uh, Konkenshak, what is post condition? What do you understand? What is post condition? Post condition on register user account. If you see in my answer here, there's no post condition, but I want to ask what is post condition? Anyone, what is post condition? Same, or should I answer? Or anyone want to try first? What is post condition? Okay, output of use case. Mm, actually, here same with precondition. Let me explain again. What is pre and post condition? So in the sample answer here just now, they don't have any pre or post condition. But why? Even though in your question they ask you what is pre and post condition. Let me explain why. Like I said just now, precondition. Okay, we take this one, register user account. Okay, precondition is actually any event that need to be done or any process or any step that need to be done before this use case. So for example, here for this use case, there is no precondition and post condition. Okay, because as you can see here, no there's no process after this use case. So there's no pre or post condition. But for this one, there is a precondition. That means the user can place order with this one. This is the precondition for this one, and then this one is the post condition for this one. Same goes to this one. Same goes to this one. This is your precondition, but it has no post condition. So that's why for this particular use case, we have no precondition and no post condition. Do you guys understand? What is true if the use is complete? What is true? What is? Uh, uh, Ian, this one is the logic. Like I said, your answer is based on your logic, but this one is your post condition too. But based on the diagram here, there is no post condition. But if you answer this one, yeah, this one is your logic, but this one is correct, your post condition. If you answer this correct, or if you have no answer, also correct, because I will refer your answer based on your use case diagram. Okay, this one is correct. Rachel, I don't understand. So meaning the answer is none. Yeah, none for pre and post condition for this one. Okay. Yes, logic. Yeah, correct. Not okay. Oh, it's a statement. What is true? I don't understand. Rachel, I don't understand what you mean. So guys, do you know already how to read your pre and post condition? Actually, if you have any logic for your answer, if it's not in your diagram, it's okay. I will give, it's not that I will give mark, but I will check your answer. But if your answer refer to the use case diagram here, no, I mean like you need to refer to use case diagram here, but it's okay if you want to answer. I think it's the best, Rachel, if you want to turn on your mic because I don't understand. What is true? What is post condition? He is referring to what is post condition. Post condition is the event or the process after this use case. You want to turn on your mic, Ian or Rachel, because I don't understand. Okay. So never mind. So let's move to C. Okay, to C, recommend to seven non-functional requirement. So what is non-functional requirement? I want to ask Rachel. Uh, Rachel, what is non-functional requirement? This Nathan too. What? Wait. Okay, we have one answer here, and then I want this Nathan. Su 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 Zhao Yuan Nathan. What is non-functional requirement? I remember this is in your lecture note. What is non-functional requirement? Anyone remember what is non-functional requirement? You're gonna go and find. No, it's okay, Nathan. But oh yeah, you need to go and find. But let me explain what is non-functional requirement. Non-functional requirement is actually a requirement. Vincent, what is non-functional requirement? If you check the answer that I uploaded, what can you say about non-functional requirement? We have three requirement, right? So the second one is non-functional requirement. Huh. See? So non-functional requirement is actually a requirement that will it's not what the system should do, or it's not what the system should perform, but it's more to, like, for example, your server or your environment. Yeah, non-functional requirement is so non-functional requirement is like your environment. Where do you want to put your system? So yeah, only now guys you search in the lecture note. So here, as you can see in the sample of my answer here, the non-functional, here is the performance requirement and security requirements. So this is the type, or this is the common non-functional requirement. This is the common non-functional requirement, which is performance, security. The performance should be the time, right? This speed requirement. Yeah, it's like performance requirement, like your time to load your data, time to. So here, referring to this use case, performance requirements is the speed or the time taken for the user to. It's not time taken for the user to register. It's the time taken to save the data when the user already registered. But so yeah, it's that here the example, the speed loading. So it's the time taken to load your data. And then here the security requirement. Security requirement, if you want to answer this one, register user account. DBMS database management system. You don't have to answer your, you don't have to, I mean like, you don't have to be, I think this answer is quite, it's not, it's not complex, but if you answer based on this one, so in terms of security requirement for your register user account, maybe you can write something like the data. Oh, so okay, wait. So sample of answer for this one non-functional requirement. If you do not know how to write non-functional requirement, or you do not have the logic to answer this question, you just refer back to your use case description here. That's how, or this is the example of my non-functional requirement. Operational requirement, operational requirement. This one can be your non-functional requirement. This operational requirement not related for this operation. What is your Farah Vincent? What is your example of your operational requirement? Does this non-functional requirement? Uh, this one. Hmm. This one from business logic, right? This is the image of logo, not only text logo of the user system. This one is not either in the three classes of requirement because the image of food. This one should include in the functional requirement. This is what the user expect to have in their logo or in their system. So this one should be in functional requirement. Operational requirement. What is the example of operational requirement? Non-functional, operational. What do you mean by operational requirement? Huh? Operational. I think siapa ni? I think fair operational requirement is your functional requirement. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah. So this one, no, this one should be in your functional requirement. Usually in the documentation for your, actually, when in the industry, right, when the client or the user want to send us the operational or non, I mean functional requirement, they won't state minor things. Oh no, they will state these minor things. This is what we call as minor things. Minor things is not something that will affect your operation or your process of your system. So usually they will include this kind of minor thing in your functional requirement. So this one, if they ask you, if the question asks you where this should be, it will go to the functional requirement because it is in your system. Okay. Anything that you want to display or process or produce should be go into the functional requirement. Okay, Alvin? Yes, okay. So let's move. Yeah. I think we only have until 3 p.m., right? So let's stop here for your tutorial. Let's move to your progress of your activity diagram. So let's move to your progress. For progress, wait, let me check. Guys, can we continue at 1:10 p.m.? I want to check something. Hi guys. So, yeah, let's start. But before we start our progress or our assignment, I want to tell or I want to share with you guys. I just want to say that because it's true for your exam, because I'm not the one who are going to design or who are going to provide the answer scheme for your exam. So for your subject, actually, there will be one CC. So that CC will provide this question and your answer scheme. So when checking your paper, for example, this subject, when I'm checking your paper letter for your exam, if you have exam or midterm, I will check based on the answer scheme. But for me, it's not for me because the answer scheme is only the answer suggestion, right? So you don't have to. No, you need to answer. But my point here is you don't have to think too complex for your answer. Yeah, you don't have to think too complex for your answer. What I will check is I want to see if you based on your answer, based on your answer, of course, I can tell if you know what is the concept. But my point is, don't have to think too hard. You just write whatever you can understand from the question or from your understanding. Just write whatever you can. So you don't have to give me any specific answer. You don't have to think like a rocket science subject. Okay, because OOAD is about diagram. So I just want to see if you understand the concept of your question. Okay, so that's all for exam. So let's move to your progress. So the reason I asked you guys to share this one, so there are five. This is, let me check first who haven't upload. But for your this one, I won't share with you guys or no, I will share, but I will not share with the whole class your mark, your current mark. So to the group that haven't, mm, so one, two, week three, week four, one, two. Let me check. This guy. Okay. One, two. Okay, I know already who haven't submit your name here. So I will evaluate your mark based on the name here. So whoever think that your group haven't submit me the name, this one, then maybe lambat lagi lah for me to evaluate your mark. I will comment, but I won't evaluate. So these three, because I already checked who is not in the list. So these three group, by the end of this week, I will let you guys to submit me because I think they are last Monday. Last Monday, someone sent me the update. So I will evaluate you based on or based on your progress by today. Based on my comment today, then I will let you guys to submit me one more time. Then I will evaluate your mark. Okay. So for the first group, who want to share what's the progress of your group?
Miss, our group share first. My group, the car service.
Jabatan.
Yeah, car service, that one.
The workshop, right? Your team. Okay.
Yeah, the car workshop thing. Okay,
Yeah, your group.
okay. I
I
show my
have here.
screen. I show my screen.
Is this based on the If I'm not mistaken, I comment out last weekend, right?
No, means you haven't checked our group's stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, then my bad.
yeah. It's okay. What we did is until like the use case description. So we did like the background. Here is the background. We talk about what are the current problems they face, uh, and then we say like what is the general purpose of the car service center management system. Then functional
Okay.
requirements. We include for each module we have customer inventory, supplies, and payment. So each module we have included a list of functions. So basically every module is create, read, update, and delete. Yeah. So this system is meant to be used by only employees and owners only lah. So it's more like a uh, insider system. So users or outside customers cannot use the system lah. So this one is only for the inside employees only.
Uh,
Yeah. So
in the, hmm. Yes, it's not insider system. We call it as internal system.
internal system. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes,
Internal system.
internal
So you only
system.
can create, update, view, and delete the records for each model lah. Yeah, basically it's just like that lah. uh, for our overview use case, this is our diagram. So we have two types of
Hmm.
user. Oh, this one should be employee and owner. One owner, employee and owner. It will be described as user. So the user can access to all of the modules. So we have here the customer, inventory, and supplier module. So because supplier supplies the inventory stuff, so the functions of inventory will extend. It's like, for example, the one supplier supplies tires, so the inventory will extend the tires details into the supplier. So it will show like the supplier supplies what stuff like that. For the payment, it's the same thing as well. So it will include like the customer details and what are the inventory or car parts that they have ordered. So that's why you have include both of this. That's our overview lah.
Mm.
For the detail, I for now I needed mine, but then it's almost the same lah. It's the same thing. So we have employee owner. Here I want to differentiate like there's a what do they say? Uh, uh, Functions, not functions. Like owner have more privilege or more
Like,
how do you say? What's the term already? More functions lah. So for example, employee cannot delete customer records, so only the owner can delete it. Uh,
level of access.
yeah, the level of access. So there are different accessibility for both owners and employee. Owners can access everything, but employee can only like add new customer or you can view or edit if necessary.
Yeah, level of access.
Yeah,
Jonathan, I think you haven't sent me this thread because I think I checked our WhatsApp. You just asked me the text in WhatsApp, right?
I
Is it?
Wong
You haven't
already
sent me
added
this document, right?
Wong already added you to our drive though. Uh, O OAD.
You here? Hello? Yes, Jonathan. Jonathan. Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said that I haven't checked your WhatsApp. You just send me the WhatsApp, right?
Uh, yeah.
You haven't seen.
I just messaged you. We already share to
Oh.
you the access. So here. But then never mind. That means I send
You
I
send
sent
me the
this to you.
access
Yeah, already here.
to the document?
Wong already added you at Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Mm.
Yeah.
Wrong. Wong. Oh
Um,
yeah, correct.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
uh,
So I think maybe today or tomorrow I will comment on this document on this file. Yeah, I already see on
mm,
this file, and then by you do your correction. It's not your correction. It's like you update your file. Then
yeah.
by Monday next week, I think I should give you your evaluation until
Until
week
activity diagram,
week
maybe
five, week six, week until wherever you done your part.
big
Okay.
activity lah. Oh, okay. I also did my part, the customer module punya description
So
lah. So one since me say like since
can.
since here say like one description for a use case, so I just created like
Mm-mm.
app and then the
Yeah,
mm,
you can
like
see
that.
this part.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't checked this one. Okay. Okay.
yeah. I think that's all lah.
So maybe by Friday I will. Yeah. Okay. So maybe by Friday I will comment this document, and then you need to do your correction. So then only after that I will give mark based on your current progress. Okay.
Okay, miss. Thank you.
This is the same link with the one that Wong. Who's this?
Yeah, Wong
Wong.
added you. Yeah, Wong added.
Okay. So next, who wants to share what's the progress? Let me check. Ah, Noel.
So, which one to check?
Huh?
So,
This is not.
I yeah, group two.
Wait, let me find your file first. Noel. Noel, where are you? 21st. Should be on Saturday. 17. Noel, when did you share with me the file? On which day?
Last week. Never mind. I will share the link in the Google Meet.
For this one, if I'm not mistaken, I already comment on your
Yeah,
current progress last week, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I did comment.
So, we done until use case description, but
Correct.
I do all. Actually, have to do one only, can't right, miss? I do all the use case.
Which part the function
Uh,
description
custom.
for functional requirement is based on module.
So the rest I should delete, right? Because it's one
Oh,
only. One more.
transaction. I think your group did some changes, right, to the document since the last.
Mm,
Is
oh
it?
yeah.
Because I can see from my last comment. Oh yeah, I want to comment and I want to add not only for this group, for all of you, all of you, which I noticed in almost all of you. I think you better, or it's not you better. You you need to fix your format of your writing. For example, because I'm very particular on the details. For example, in your use case diagram, if you want to have the grid behind or at the background of your image, you should all of all of them should have the grid. But if you want to remove the grid, then all of you should remove the grid. For things.
Oh, okay.
For, yeah, not only for your group, for all of you. And then, oh, you already have your use case description. Correct. Mm. Wait. Mm. User case draft. So mm, for use case activity diagram activity. Now L, I think you haven't for your group. You don't have the activity diagram yet, right?
Not yet.
Right? Yeah, I think not yet, right? So maybe you can maybe by this end of this week. Apa yang okay? Okay, so maybe you can add because I see here. I mean, from your document, to write overall activity diagram. Okay, for your document, for your progress. So, okay. Next, who is
See.
yes?
So far we done the overall use case diagram, most of the detailed use case diagram. We're a bit stuck on use case description because I just needed to clarify that it's actually for one use case only, not the whole module.
For one.
Just want to clarify first, for week 4, the use case description, right? It's only for one use case description from the detailed use case diagram.
Okay. So since the last, I think last week, on weekend, right? I did comment on your work. So what's new since last weekend?
Since last weekend, what's new is all the detailed use case diagram and the use case description.
Use case diagram, use case description. Oh, but I think, oh yeah, but I think in your use case description is not yet completed, right?
Yeah,
Am I right?
no, we're,
This
we're
is
stuck.
this.
We're stuck at the moment because we needed to clarify
Mm.
whether it's so say like name of use case for the
Oh.
Korean module. Actually, this is supposed to be like add Korea, right? For example.
Hmm. 5.3.
Okay. Say for Korean management module, the use case is supposed to be like, say, add new Korea, right?
Ah,
Just one of these.
correct. So
Just one of these functions, right?
wait, let me check first. This one is 5.3.
Mine is 5.6.
Career management module, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the use case description is only for one of these functions, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We just need to clarify that.
Yeah, use case description need wait. So your use case description, you need to write your use case description based on your use case diagram. So for example, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for Russia, right? So for Russia, you need to
Just
come out with
one. Just one of them, right?
sorry, 6. 6 because you have 6 use case.
Because
But
my God.
produce one activity diagram for one. Or they ask you to just one activity diagram for one use case based on the case description. So for this one,
Just one of
you just produce one activity.
any one of
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, any one of your use case.
Okay.
This is too easy, bro. So only one of yeah, so only one. So you just need to pick the one that you think can produce more detail in your use case description. Okay. So what else new? What's new?
It seems that we have one activity diagram
Yeah, I see
for
this one
Korean
too.
module.
Let me check. Oh yeah, one more thing, guys. Uh, guys, for your this one, because even though this is your will be based on your individual work here in your report. Okay. So anything else, Rachel, before we move on to the next group?
No.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. So let me check. No, Rachel. Jonathan. So 3 already. Question. Team number. Rachel already. Who else, guys? Who wants? I know there's. Eh? 1, 2. Wait. So there are only 3 group, right? Yeah, 3 group. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think all of you already present, right? Correct? Just 3 group already. 3 group only. Yeah, my bad just now. No, it's not that you think already 3 group already. So we have more time. Let me check first. I want to ask, is this, I'm not sure, this Google Classroom, Google Meet, does it have a function to allow access or to allow to control your PC? No. So we cannot, like, I cannot, you open your document and I control access? No. No, cannot. Then what? Guys, since we have, I think, around 20 more minutes, let me share my screen with you. Jonathan, Ian, do you mind if I use your this one? Ian, can I use your document here? This and team viewer. Yeah, team viewer, Skype, what else? I think they should allow the user to access the other PC. Never mind. So Ian, right? Ian, can I show with the class?
Oh, sure, miss.
Okay. This one. Wait. How to comment using this one? Should be here. This one, guys, I think all of you should know how to use or write this. So you should tap into tab 2. Then the custom module functional requirement best. Functional requirement list custom. Kenapa? I mean, why do you guys this one? Who did this part? I mean, overview. You're not using IO diagram, right? Okay. User. Yeah. Ian, I want to ask you, just now you said this system is only for internal system, right? So who is the user here? Is it the employee and the owner only?
Yeah, both employee and owner are the users.
So do you mean that why do you have this middle, I mean, interconnected? Is it that the employee and the owner will share the same or will have the same access to each of your use case?
Because
Oh,
both employee and owner can access to all modules. So I just generalize to
then
one uh actor.
actor.
Yeah.
No, just now, right? I'm not sure which group have the level of access to access the data. Is it your group? Is it this one?
Yeah. If you're saying like below the detail use case diagram for customer module. If me scroll down a bit, yeah, this part.
Owner employee. Oh, okay. Think. Uh, Ian, I think mm, I have a suggestion for your actor. Mana tadi? Customer. Ian, I want to ask, why don't you add another actor which is customer?
Because it's internal system, it's not supposed to use by customers.
Mm, General system, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or
Oh,
or
okay
what
lah,
we
okay
can
lah.
do is like separate employee and owner, so we don't put in like general actor, which is the user. But then it's a bit weird if like we separate it because both actors can access to all modules except they have different levels of access in the each module's punya functions. So yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Alright, okay. Then okay lah. Just proceed with your this one because this one is not yet complete, right? So we complete.
Yeah, not yet. But then
So
generally,
just
generally it's done lah.
generally, yeah.
More or less like that already. The rest of the modules.
Mm, the overview,
Uh,
yes. So okay, so I want to who else tadi? Why do you have this 5.5? Where's your 5.1? What is 5.5?
No, I haven't done.
Oh, Miss, just a suggestion. You can click the top left corner of the dock. There's a table of contents
Yeah.
icon. And you can navigate quicker like that. You just click on
Yeah.
where you want to go. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I need to see. Some this one is this the only current problem? I mean, yeah, current problem. I think it's not. I think I'm not an English English lecturer, but when we read this kind of statement, then these are some. So I assume there are more than one issue. So maybe you need to check that back. Product browsing module. Guys, I want to ask again, is it in your format or is it how you should write your format for each? Because because yeah, because I'm not sure. Is this how you write your format? If you have any reference, don't you think that you should include it at your last part, last page of your report? Or you need to include reference for every page if you have reference? Anyone, guys?
Because this one is like rough only, not the final.
Yeah, so for your report letter, I don't want to see this one. It's not that I don't want to see this one, but assume that you're going to send me or submit me your final report under current state. Yeah. Admin module. Online. Super admin. Manage admin. Manage product. So manage product should right. Guys, your direction of your arrow. Put on this part. Product browsing module 4.1. Extend.
Okay, yeah.
I think you need to check on your diagram the use of your notation for extend and include. Why you have? You need to check your arrow direction of your use case, and then if you have two actor like this one, I think you can split one on the left and one on the right side for this. If you have two actor, for all of you, if you have two actor, I think you can split into two sides.
Okay.
Guys, I want to share with you how to my uh never mind. For my subject, you can how to get marks is right is you need every time you do your part or every section or every section in your report, you need to check based on um, this requirement. For example, here requirement list. So the highest mark you need to check. Did you describe your requirement list? I'm not talking about only this group. I'm talking about all of you. Mm. So here you need to check back if this is already or is this completed or 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 from your requirement list where do you, from your requirement list what mark do you think you can get? So I will give your mark that's on the rubric. So you need to check that back because I noticed some of you, I'm not saying this group, but maybe this group, but maybe no. Some of you didn't state your functional requirement. You state your functional requirement list, but you do not describe. Where is it? Heck. You do not describe your requirement list. I mean, like you have your requirement list, but you do not describe. So you need to check back each of these. Yeah, you need to check back on each of these item. Okay. And then, like I said too, I'm not an English lecturer, but when I read your report, right, some of you maybe have some issue with your English, maybe. So yeah. So, but another thing I want to ask you guys is, which is my bad, I forgot to inform you guys that for this one, for this part, I want you to, but no, cannot. Wait. Yeah, in your assignment, in your report, in your assignment, in your report, maybe you need to do something like this. You need to state who is assigned for each of your modules, so I can give mark based on the module assigned to you. Because like this, I'm not sure who is the author or who will assign to this part. You need, maybe you can write something or somewhere like this. Okay, to all of you. I think for another group, maybe I will comment later in your document. So for today, yeah, for today, uh, that's all for the progress. Okay, team viewer, team viewer. Do you guys use elaborate more? Yeah, you should elaborate more, or you should at least explain. But team viewer, team viewer, yeah, team. Never mind lah. So never mind about team viewer. Yeah, I'm not sure who is using team viewer now. But yeah, I have it. Okay, guys, if you haven't, do you have any question regarding your assignment? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. So, okay, Noel. So I think if you have no question, you can ask in WhatsApp or you can PM me. So we can dismiss now. Thank you, guys.